Today, I want to talk about a mistake that 90% of creators make. And I know this because I've made the same mistake in the past, and it's cost me just a ton of wasted time and energy and effort and money. Um, and so I want to make sure that if you're a content creator, that you don't make the same mistake and you can capitalize your audience quickly and you can make more money quickly. But first, I want to tell you kind of how I figured this out and what I learned from being a content creator for around 12 months, I think. So I started this YouTube channel probably a year and a half ago. And when I started it, my goal was essentially to get views. So I pretty much studied the YouTube algorithm. I studied what was popular, what thumbnails were getting a tons of views, how people captured people, what trends were happening, how people structured their videos in this very specific way. And I started investing a lot of my time and my energy into increasing the production value of my content. And it took a lot of time because at the time I was working a full-time job and it would take like 2 to 4 hours to script a video. Then it would take like 5 to 10 hours to film a video because I'd be going between different locations and I'd have to reshoot multiple scenes that I planned out. And then it would take like 25 plus hours to edit a video. And I was doing this all outside of my corporate job. And so it was just taking so long and so much energy. But in my mind, I thought if I'm able to monetize with AdSense on YouTube, if I'm able to potentially get a brand deal, then I can escape this corporate job that I'm in and I can do this full time and I can be a full time content creator. So that's what I did. And I made like 8 to 10 videos. And as I started to increase my skills and increase my editing style, my video skills, I actually started to get more views and I started to find a little bit success. So I had videos that were hitting like 2,000, 3,000, 5,000. And then finally, after I found kind of this trend on YouTube and made a video about discipline and procrastination, I finally went viral. It was like the first week, the video had 300 views. The second week, it had like 3,000 views. And then the third week, it had 30,000 views. And then I think by the sixth or seventh week, it had 200,000 plus views. And you can actually still see that video on my channel. It's the first one. So you can go check that out after you watch this video. So I finally went viral. I got all these views and I had just this flood of dopamine and I was super excited about it. And I kind of thought to myself, this is my big break. This is how I'm going to get paid. This is how I'm going to become a full-time content creator. But as time went on, I realized that I didn't get paid at all from that video, and brands weren't reaching out to me and sponsors weren't reaching out to me. And even though I monetize on YouTube by getting the 1,000 subscribers, I wasn't getting paid any AdSense from the video. And so I really realized that while I have spent a ton of time and effort and energy into these videos, but it's not equating to the return on investment that I want. And at this rate, it's going to take me years and years and years to get a big enough subscriber base in order to really monetize and make a lot of money, because I want to make $100,000 a month. And that would take a lot of time. So I essentially had to go back to the drawing board and rethink my strategy and rethink what I was doing and why I was doing it. And at the same time, I was really getting into people like Sam Ovens and watching videos of Alex Hormozi and Alex Becker. And what I realized is the sequence of events that I was doing was wrong. And I was essentially creating content, but I didn't have an offer to monetize those eyeballs. So those 200,000 views that I got, I didn't even have a call to action in my description or a call to action in that video, other than maybe I had a newsletter, but I didn't have anything to monetize and redirect those eyeballs to turn into dollars that I could actually get paid for. And so I completely turned my strategy on its head. And what I did instead was, instead of focusing so much on the content, I paused on YouTube and then I focused on an offer. And an offer is essentially just something that you can bring with your existing skill sets and your knowledge to the market, and you can offer a specific demographic so that they will pay you for some kind of coaching or service or information type of product, like a low ticket product. So when I started focusing on my offer and I stopped outputting all this content, I actually started to make a lot more money. And I started to make more money and I wasn't even doing content, right? And so now that I've had this offer, now that I've been able to make content and drive people to my offer essentially through my sales funnel, and I have made a ton more money doing this, with high profit margins, very low cost. I don't have to edit videos for 25, 30 hours anymore. I don't have to copy any trends that I'm seeing on YouTube just so I can go viral. And then I'm getting 100% of the revenue of the thing that people are paying me for, which is my offer. And what I talk to content creators every week, and some of them have thousands of subscribers, some of them have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, some of them have millions of subscribers. And the one thing that I've really noticed is that a lot of content creators make this same mistake that I make, which is a sequencing mistake where they create content first instead of creating the offer first. But when you create an offer first and you put your focus on creating an offer so that you can turn your existing knowledge in your head into cash through your audience, you're actually able to come up with another income source that's high profit margin, and you're actually able to monetize and unlock a lot of the value out of your audience while getting them more engaged in your product, in your service, and then potentially ascend them into higher level programs. So that's what the whole info product world is really about. And I think this switch in my head has really been a switch from focusing on content creation in terms of views to content creation to drive to revenue. And so I thought I wanted to share this because if you're a content creator, then I'd really recommend potentially thinking about an offer that you can put into the market, so that you can monetize your audience and you're really not reliant on the number of views that you get for how much money that you make. Because ultimately, when you are a content creator and you're relying on views, one, you're stuck on this content hamster wheel where you essentially have to make content in order to get revenue. And that, content takes a lot of effort and energy and work in itself. You probably have thumbnail people, hired editors, you have like a full content team, right? And then it also takes your time to write and to script and to manage all these people in your business and to edit. And you see people like Ali Abdaal, for example, who's the productivity guru. He's really figured this out pretty early. And what Ali Abdaal has done is he's created several different offers around his personal brand that monetize his audience. So now that he has essentially, multiple brands, including his media business, including the Productivity Lab, which is an annual membership, and including Part-Time YouTuber Academy, which is a do-it-yourself course. And he even has an accelerator that's $5,000 online where you can really work intensely and get a lot of access to his team if you want to help, if you want help on YouTube. So I just wanted to put that out there because I'm going to be talking a lot about how to build offers and how to monetize your expertise and really create an online education business so that you can serve your audience and you can engage with your audience and monetize at the same time. So it's a win-win for everybody. I'd really, really recommend you think about this at least. And if you're curious about how I help creators monetize through their knowledge, you can check out the case study that I put, and I'll put a link in description in below. It's completely free. It's essentially how I walked one of my creator clients from 0 to 60K in less than 90 days. We monetized through a school community, and it breaks down the exact steps that we took to do it. So hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next week.